Hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 13 Hungarian Grand Prix live here from the Hungaroring in Budapest, Hungary. We have got, again, like Austria on the calendar, we've got a lot of trees to occupy our racing here at the 12th round of the season. We've also got 14 drivers who will all make their way around this very, very iconic circuit. I am STB Maldi and I am back once again this season for what could be not so much of an exciting Grand Prix. We're here in Hungary, a track known for not many battles on the circuit, but I'm sure here at STB it could well be an exception. So then, here we are, we're on board with EK00 now, coming through the second sector. It looks like there are some clouds. We've got clouds for company here at the Hungaroring. But one very interesting point about this circuit is the monumental history this track has. It's got such a great history, this Hungaroring. But yes, as I said previously, it's not really known for battles. It's not known that much for battles. So these drivers are going to have to give us some sort of entertainment if there are no good fights on track. But I'm sure there will be. Eke then on his lap. Hitting the curb on the inside there, just letting the car roll around this first sector. Very good driving at the moment by Eke. I don't know much about the sector times, but that's not a good corner there from Eke. Just a few tenths, I would say, and Callum Frampton's off the track there. Another thing about this track as well is the traffic is quite bad, I believe, in the middle sector. If you get caught behind someone, it's very hard for them to let you through. So you do need to, find the space around this Hungarian circuit, and Eke has made an absolute mockery of that corner. I remember back in the day, I think it was season 4, I had a big crash round that fast right hander, and I just went straight into the wall. I didn't get the right setup on, and yeah, I crashed it in both qualifying and the race. Just a lack of practice really, and this track does require a lot of practice. I think for you to really nail it, there are some very hard traction zones and very hard corners on this circuit. BOR Fast Boy then, who is Junior Fast Boy on a different account for this race, and he's looking strong in time trial at the moment, and he's had a compromised line there. It's all about the traffic here in Hungary, and he's backed off his lap, abandoned it. Okay then, temp down, but he has a much better corner there, and Eddie Perondi is going to let Eke through. Eke then through the chicane. Oh god, these drivers are going to find it hard to let people through, I think. Really difficult. One driver though, who we are going to interview in this session, is going to be LRS Mercury. So I'm just going to quickly get him into our live party here to get his thoughts about this Hungarian Grand Prix. He's not really had the best of times in the last few races. Hasn't had he could have had much better performances, but I'm sure that he'll be hoping to get back to somewhat of the top this race here in Hungary. Erligen X then goes into P1. And SSR Gustavo Motta, who is a new driver, driving for Red Bull this race, he goes into P2 there. But we've now got LRS Mercury in the party as DJ Danny there goes past exclusion. So LRS Mercury, like to include your audio. I'm going to give you a quick interview here in qualifying. So we've already seen in this session a lot of drivers are struggling with traffic. How is that going to play in the hands, perhaps, of who's going to get pole position this evening?
Well, of course, going to be a massive factor at the end with everybody coming out with 4, 3, 2 minutes left, trying to get that last run in. So it's going to be who can get the best track position rather than who's crossing the line last and who can find that space.
Definitely. I am aware that you're not really showing the pace that you'd want here in Hungary. What is your expectations ahead of this Hungarian Grand Prix?
No, we did a bit of practice earlier, and the pace wasn't too bad. It was more of consistency, which, the practice helped. So we'll see what we do in this race. No real expectation for quali, just setting up for the race really and having a good strategy, and hopefully maybe we can fight through the field and get a top 6.
Okay. We also know that, of course, Hungary is a track, if you look at 2006, the 2006 Hungarian Grand Prix in real life, we know that Hungary is known for its rain. Can you give us any clues? Is there going to be any rain in the race, perhaps, or are you going to keep us waiting for that?
Well, I'm no weatherman, but no, it's forecast to be a dry race, but it is currently looking very dark in qualifying, so who knows?
Yes, definitely. And Fusion, sorry, one more question after Fusion there, struggling in the traffic with DJ Danny in the middle sector. Also, Mercury, obviously Hungary is one of those tracks that you've said that you just want to move on from, have a decent result and move on from. How is the excitement building ahead of Belgium and Italy? Because I know those are 2 of your favourite tracks on the calendar.
Yeah, Belgium, Spa and Italy, I think, definitely 2 of my top 4 picks in the whole calendar. So, I showed good pace there in the past. We'll have to see in the coming weeks, whether I can convert that to maybe a good result. But yeah, excited for the 2 races to come.
Okay. Well, we'll let you get out on track and hopefully show us what you're made of. Thank you, and I wish you luck for this evening's Grand Prix. Okay, we've got Eke then coming through sector 1, and he's going to have to get past Callum Front and gets onto the curb on the outside. He's just going to let the car roll through this middle sector, and he's had a bad corner again. That corner has really, really cost him every single lap he's done, it looks like. He's really struggling around that complex of corners. And it looks like Fuloru as well, as you could see earlier, he was struggling to let people through. So it's always the concept of traffic around this Hungaro ring. Fuloru gets onto the curb there. Oh, that's not going to do him any good, rather. And Callum Frampton there, he's trying to let people through. You have to go all the way off the circuit to do that. This race could be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now Zinho then, and that's set of softs actually, so he's going on to the harder compounded tyres. Here in Hungary. Right, I'm going to keep an eye then on our new driver, SSI Gustavo Motta from Sao Paulo, Brazil. He's going to come then to start his lap here in Hungary. So let's see then if he can improve on his already pretty decent 116.204. He's going to have a little slipstream from DJ Danny as well. That could help him. Yes, he's definitely used the advantage from that there. Round here. Very, very smooth driving at the moment from Gustavo Motta. He's coming round here. He's missed the curb a little bit. Now he's going to just let the car do its business. Very difficult sector 2 here in Hungary as well. Very twisty. Kind of reminds you of Suzuka. The S's at Suzuka, and he's nearly hit into the back of our legend there, losing control. Yeah, it's very difficult to get to the lap perfectly in Hungary. So many difficult corners, as I've previously said in the session. Coming around then the penultimate corner. He's going to go finish it. So let's see then if he can improve on his 116.2 at the moment. He has a pretty decent final corner. Is it going to be 115? Yes, it is. A 115.5 for SSR Gustavo Motta here in Hungary. And that is the lap to beat at the moment. That is the lap to beat. And what a great lap that is as well. So I'm going to keep an eye then on LRS Mercury. He's currently on a lap. I think he's definitely backed off. But into the pit lane he comes. Going to look at Toxic Fusion. And into the pit lane he comes. Toxic Fusion into the pit lane. He doesn't think he's doing enough on that lap. Bullseye's in the pits as well. So these drivers really struggling at the moment. Let's see what Eddie Prime's going to do. It's looking strong. It's P3 for the Brazilian. Right then, so we're going to quickly just get DJ Danny back into the game because he unfortunately disconnected there. Very unfortunate for the Brit. So Eddie Prondi then, he has retired from the session, so he thinks he's done enough to clinch a decent result here in Hungary. And Bullseye! Bullseye's out of qualifying. Bullseye has absolutely binned it here. He's binned it on the curve. Used too much power out of the corner and he has binned it out of qualifying for the Hungarian Grand Prix. That is commiserations there for the Mercedes. And he'll be starting at the back of the field here in Hungary. That is disappointing. That is disappointing now. I'm going to quickly, I think, try and get Bullseye actually into the party just to see what has happened to him here. While we wait for the drivers to just come out and see what they can do here in the final stages of qualifying. Mercury then on his out lap. But I think a Legend is actually on a lap. No, he's backed off. Okay. Bullseye. Like collision audio, so I want to quickly get a quick insight.
Yeah.
What happened there on the collision? What happened? The crash?
It was a high-speed corner and I took a little bit too much curve. So I started sliding a lot, so I corrected it. Then I obviously slid I couldn't correct it anymore. And I wheel tapped the wall. I'm surprised it came off. So
That is unlucky. No joke by that's Junior Fast Boy there. A little bit of using too much curve as well around there. Yeah, definitely rooting for you to get a decent result. You've definitely shown yourself in qualifying. What's your expectations ahead of the race?
hope to get a few overtakes. That's it.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Everyone ahead of me will probably be on ultras. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, unlucky for your crash there, but I hope that, but I'm sure that you'll get a great result otherwise in the race.
Thanks.
Little while Fast Boy then gets himself up into P3 on a set of softs. That is impressive. Okay then, starts his lap on a set of softs. Here we go, round here. Of course, softs, not so much. I think this is softs anyway. I don't think there may be super softs around this circuit. I'm not sure though. So there are ultra softs. I think I need to learn. Actually, if I go on detail, yeah, softs. Okay. I think there may be mediums around here. And Eke's back off his lap again, so he's had traffic again. Foloru then starts his lap here in Hungary. Keep an eye on him. He's shown himself as well in qualifying, to be honest, this season. More traffic for him, but They got out of his way. Fusion up in a P3. Of course, Fusion in control of that championship at the moment. 27-1 in the first sector. Below there, decent there on the curbing. Of course, you can't use too much curb around this circuit, because as we've seen from Bullseye, you just go straight into the wall or something like that. You know, it's difficult. And he's going to use a lot of curb there. Use a lot of curb, and that's lost in time, in fact. And Bourne Buckley then will go to P10. Well, I think that was a made at lap time because it wasn't counted on the list there. So he's now going to go into turn number 1. He's going to start his lap here. Let's see what he's going to do in qualifying. At the moment, SSR Gustavo Motta leads in Hungary. Leads the qualifying classification. Look at them, 27-3. And he backs off his lap. Eke then. He's back on a lap. He's a 10th down, 54-2 there, as you can see. He can finish his lap then. Let's see where this puts Eke on the grid here in Hungary. It's going to be a 16. It's going to be a 116.2. Puts him in P6 there. P6 for Eke. Buckley's going to try and get a lap done. And for Loru now, I think he's... Oh, and he's messed up the chicane there. He's messed up the chicane. Is he going to try and go for another lap? He may have just enough time to do that. Mercury there. He's going to have a bad final corner. Now he's going to start his lap here in Hungary. Let's see what he's going to do. We're also going to keep an eye on for Loru. I'm not sure whether he'll be able to actually get another lap in, but that is a great lap time there from Olegenex. Olegenex there goes in P1. That is a strong lap actually from Olegenex. 1:15.1. That is strong. That is a decent lap time. If you look at the classification there, Olegenex on his return, he's had a few weeks off. On his return to the league, and he's in P1 right now. That is pretty strong for the Dutchman. Okay then, so back on the action. Sorry. Motta then, let's see what he's going to do. Is it going to be an improvement? That would be incredible if he's going to improve on his lap time. No, it's a 16 dead. 16 dead. So he goes in P2 there for SSR Gustavo Motta. So, yeah. Yeah. You can see the clouds there, definitely gathering at the end of qualifying. Your grid then for the Hungarian Grand Prix is as follows. First, Olegenex. Second, SSR Gustavo Motta. Great debut for him. Third, Tossix Fusion. Fourth, BOR Fastboy. Of course, Junior Fastboy. Fifth, Eddie Perondi. Sixth, Eke. Seventh, Callum Frampton. Eighth, Bourne Buckley. Ninth, DJ Danny. 10th, closing up the top 10, will beat Yazinho. 11th, LRS Mercury. He'll have first choice of fresh tyre. 12th, STB Matty. Disappointing qualifying for him. 13th for Loru, and 14th will be Bullseye for 0-3. That is your grid for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We've got some mediums there for the Mercedes team. That could prove something interesting for this Hungarian Grand Prix, of course, Mercedes. got Fusion, got Bullseye. Definitely looking to get that Constructors' Championship here in STB and those mediums. That could well be a decent strategy call here in Budapest. Right, for the drivers then to get their setups, get their strategies sorted. Okay then, so the lights then, they go on to their formation lap here in Hungary. And the clouds are looking dark, very dark here in Hungary. What is that going to prove for the drivers here? It's definitely going to prove that the tyres are going to be cold. They're going to be not really up to temperature. But what is also interesting about this Grand Prix at the moment is the changes in strategy. We have got, of course, ultra softs and softs all being used. You know, but not all, both being used in this session, in the race at the start. So it's definitely mixed strategies here for this Hungarian Grand Prix, and it's going to be so interesting to see how these strategies fare. Of course, the drivers on ultra softs are definitely going to have to watch their backs, you know. People on softs, that's definitely going to give them somewhat of an advantage in the strategy. Of course, softs are going to go much longer into the Grand Prix. So, yes, just quickly. So then, looking, or watching the drivers rather. It's a very nice view actually out of that penultimate corner. Oleg next then is going to come up to line up on pole position on his return to the league. He, after a few races out, he will be on pole position. Second, SSR Gustavo Mota. Third, Toxic Fusion. Fourth, BOR Fastboy. Fifth, Eddie Pironi. Sixth, Eke. Seventh, Callum Frampton. Eighth will be Born Buckley on the set of stuff that's going to prove vital. Ninth, DJ Danny. 10th, Yalzinho. 11th, STB Matty. 12th, 11th, Mercury. 12th, Matty. 13th, Floru. And 14th, going into his box now, Bullseye. Okay then, we're going to keep an eye on Oleg next. It's 1 light, it's 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 light. Not a long wait at all for the 5th light. Lights and away they go here in Hungary. Great start there from the Red Bull. We've got some action there at the back, but we've also got the Red Bull of SSI Gustavo Mosna on the inside of turn number 1. Legend's going to have all the space in the world there in the turn 1. Legend leads. Second is Motta. Third, Fusion. Fourth, Fast Boy. I can't speak. Coming through this corner now, we've got the Renault the inside. That's a big crash. That's a big spin. The Eke's in the spin. Massive, massive scenes here in Hungary. We've got Eddie Pirondi span out as well. Mercury's had a collision down there. Bucky's been involved. Bullseye's been involved here. And the Renault, who's in the Renault there? So that was a big, big shunt in that second sector. Big shunt, and Bullseye's left the session, so that is commiserations for those drivers involved in that collision there. And Eddie Pirondi's made a mistake, and Born Buckley's out the Grand Prix now. That is scenes here in Hungary. Huge scenes. STB Matty then in P9, so that is scenes here outcoming then at the back of the, the front of the field rather. And it is looking like a 4-way battle for this lead. So we've got Oleg next, Gustavo Mata, Fastboy. He's got the overtake done on Fusion. And then we've got Fusion in P4. Callum Frampton following closer behind in P5 there. And DJ Danny's in P6. Then the rest were all involved in that huge collision. Fusion then on the back of... I say Junior Fastball then. Yeah, that is big. That is big news. Oh, but what also is big news is something has happened to Oleg X because he span out the Grand Prix. What's happened there? I think he may have had some Oleg has span. Oh, Oleg X. Oleg X has span out of the Hungarian Grand Prix, out of contention. He's nearly spun it around again. He's gone off the circuit. You can't get those tyres to the right temperature. And there you go. Callum Frampton then, he's right on the back of this now. Fusion. Following Gustavo Motta and BOR Fast Boy. But also what's interesting is Legend X, and he span it again. That's going to be the end of his, I think that's going to be the end of his race. I won't be surprised now if he's going to, yeah, he's out. He's left the session, he's out of the Hungarian Grand Prix. But now, here we go. And Fallow is out as well, so we're losing drivers left, right and centre. That big collision in the second sector, but has definitely cost a few drivers. Fusion then up the inside of Gustavo Motta, and he takes P number 2 now, but Gustavo Motta's going to try to go up the inside. He's having none of that. His Fusion is going to close that door on the Red Bull driver. And yeah, interesting stuff. Fast Boy leads the Hungarian Grand Prix. Hello Frampton, and P4 for him. He's definitely, you know, got himself, you know, out of the danger. I can't speak this evening. Got himself out of the danger and definitely out of trouble when he's in P4 right now, Callum Frampton. So if he can continue like this, wow, we could be seeing him have a pretty interesting Grand Prix. DJ Danny then in P5 as well, so he's having a decent race at the moment. You know, Hungary always, you know, there's always a driver who can have somewhat of a decent result. Fusion then on the back of Fast Boy, the championship leader, and he's going to pull to that. No overtake for him. Slipstream though for the Mercedes. So Fast Boy then is going to have to defend with all his might, all his power. And this could help Gustavo Motta, and that could help Callum Frampton. So it's definitely all to play for here at the Hungarian Grand Prix, for the victory at least. And then there's just drivers at the back of the field there just really struggling and just getting involved in crashes. And yeah, that was big. Right? I can't actually remember, but that was a big deal that down there at that first corner. Well, the first lap incident rather. That was big. And we've lost quite a few drivers from that. So yeah, it's just really unfortunate for those involved in that. And Legend X, of course, it goes. So that's not really something that we want to be. Oh, Mercury there to correct that, and he's got Eddie Perondi on the back of him. Eddie Perondi right on the back of Mercury there. Have to keep an eye on that. Got a sector 1 yellow flag. What's happened? Oh, Gustavo Motta. He's lost some of his front wing. Callum Frampton's in the pit lane with DJ Danny. Oh, it's kicking off here in Hungary. FLM P4 and Gustavo Motta has got, well, he's lost some of his front wing. So that's going to be a struggle for him. One of those tracks where, of course, you need your front wing in order to do the corners, really, because we've got a lot of technical sections around this Hungaro ring. Fusion then struggling for grip, and Gustavo Motta, he's struggling as well at the minute. But obviously, because he's got no front wing, but that's really commiserations for him, because he was looking in a decent position to try and pounce on Fusion and Fast Boy, but it's not been the day. So we're gonna, I would say that things gone mediums at the minute, but we're gonna find out. Eddie Perondi then on the back of Mercury. Is Motta on a set of mediums? No, he's on a set of softs. Kind of Frampton's also on a set of softs. DJ Danny has... So they've jumped DJ Danny and they've jumped... Callum Frampton and DJ Danny have both jumped Gustavo Motta there. And Yadzinho now coming on to his fellow countryman from Brazil. But Motta stays ahead there of Yadzinho. So then, three-way battle for PA and Mercury. They're trying to do some Ricardo-inspired move there, but it's not worked for him. So I'm going to go for that stupid move. Surely not. Mercury's gone wide. Eddie Prondi then. Back on the pounce. The chicane. Got to be so patient in this next section of the circuit. Very, very patient. And you got to know how to follow as well. It's difficult, especially with the curbs as well. Very difficult, that technical, that infield section in sector 2. Fusion then on the back of Junior Fast Boy. Oh, right, he's right on the back now. He's catching. He definitely wants this. He's going to have DRS on the next lap. So he can use, if he can use that to its full potential, then we definitely could be seeing Fusion get the overtake for the victory here. The DRS for the Mercedes. This could be a straightforward move, but Junior Fastboy is not going to let that happen. He's going to go defensive, and he's going to definitely defend that line. And Fusion there nearly hits the back of the Renault. It's the waiting game. It's the waiting game here in Hungary. Eddie Perondi as well. Eddie Perondi can't get through on Mercury, and he's look at him. He's on the grass, and he's using all the space on circuit. This could be the overtake now in the slipstream. In hot lap as well. Mercury there goes defensive. He's going to go defensive again. Mercury wants these 2 points here in Hungary. And he lives another day. And lives another lap rather. Here in Hungary. Lap 8. Still in front of Eddie Perondi. It's so difficult to overtake around the circuit. Very difficult. You know, Fusion's even struggling to get past Junior Fastboy. And Eddie Perondi's struggling to get through on Mercury. It's just really difficult. Oh, Fusion's going to have a great exit now. He's got the slipstream on the Renault, but of course these straights, the straights are either very short or you can go very defensive, as we've seen last lap from Junior Fastboy. Callum Frampton and DJ Danny, these are the turn one. DJ Danny there, I think that could well be his first on-track overtake of the season. DJ Danny up in a P4, what scenes? If DJ Danny could potentially get a podium, imagine that, DJ Danny getting about running outside. What a move there from DJ Danny. Back up in a P4. This is an incredible battle between the two midfield drivers at the moment for P4. Oh, Callum Frampton and DJ Danny. That is scenes. That is scenes if one of them gets a podium this evening. Fusion then. is going to get himself back up for the attack, but not yet, because Junior Fastboy is going to go defensive once again. Lap 10 of the Grand Prix, and this is going to be a very, I think, repetitive Grand Prix. I think Fusion is just going to have to play the waiting game. And Eddie Perondi still isn't past Mercury. Oh, but he could get through him now. No, because Mercury's going to use that escape road to not lose so much time. And Mercury there, another penalty for him. These drivers are struggling here in Hungary. Fusion then, still behind Fastboy, who's trying to navigate the ghost of Bourne Buckley. That's proving difficult. DRS for Fusion. Still can't get through. Still can't get through. And Mercury now has caught up to Matty. Now it's a three-way battle for P8. They've all gone wide. I know a lot of these drivers hate this track. I know they despise this circuit. I personally despise this circuit. It's not a track that I would want to go to every single week in a league. But yeah, Mercury then. Let's see if he can get the attack on Matty. P8, of course, in the Grand Prix. He's gonna have a good slipstream here. Up the inside on the Ferrari. And Matty there tries to get the overtake done. But now Eddie Perondi has got through on Matty now. So Matty's going to have to try and get the overtake done back on Eddie Perondi. So Matty there, one corner, lost 2 positions. Oh, great. Great line here from Eddie Perondi. Great line from the Brazilian. Can't get past. Can't get through. Proving difficult again. Again here. Lap 12 of the Grand Prix. And Fusion still can't get past Junior Fastboy. These drivers must be fuming right now. Struggling to get past so much. Eddie Perondi, I believe, has been behind Mercury since they all pitted after that collision. And Eddie Perondi there goes aggressive in that braking zone. And now he's been right at the back of the Toro Rosso. Here we go. Mercury. 1 metre block there. That was a bit cheeky there from Mercury. What, legal? Eddie Perondi, that he's messed that up. He's messed that up. Fusion then, DRS once more. Still not in a position to pounce though. Fusion one. Losing a bit of time to the Renault. It just seems like the drivers just can't get a rhythm when they're behind someone. It's either the dirty air of another driver, or it's just, yeah, drivers just can't, yeah, they can't do it. Right, here we go then. So Fusion has now got himself into a better position than he was last lap. Let's see what if he can do it now down this straight. DRS for the Mercedes. Hot lap mode as well. Can't do it still. Junior Fastboy must be running very high speed down the straight, or something, or he's got something on his car which is enabling him to just be so fast down the straight that Fusion just can't do anything at the moment. He can't get through. Looks like actually Fusion's losing time in the second sector as well. He's making a few mistakes. That's not going to help one bit. But of course, he's going to be loving any points at the moment. If it means he's going to be one step closer to the championship. And Fusion into the pit lane now, so he's going to try and go for the undercut. I don't know who that player is. Into the pit lane then, mediums for the Mercedes. But what is interesting is, where is he going to come out on circuit? Is he potentially going to be held up by other people? No, that is great. You know, the gaps in this Grand Prix at the moment, Dear Danny's not going to get... So if he's going to have clear air on a set of fresh mediums, this could be the lead for him right now. This could be the undercut. He's even got DRS as well. That just sums up Fusion's season at the moment. That just sums up his season. Just how great it's gone. Oh, we've got some on-track action. Callum Frampton. No, sorry. Gustavo Motta has got past Eke. Up in a P4 there. And the Red Bull team. I know he's cheering for the Brazilian. And up in a P4 he goes. And Junior Fastboy has completely messed up the pit entrance, it looks like. Into the pit lane he comes. Where is he going to be compared to Fusion? Fusion then have to navigate the AI, or the ghost of Buckley into the pit lane. Then Renault get to work. Decent pit stop there from the Renault boys. Fusion's down the straight. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. And he gets it. Fusion gets it. He gets the undercut. Great strategy call there from the Mercedes. And up in a P1 there goes Fusion. He takes the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. DJ Danny then. Under attack from Gustavo Motta now on his debut as well. Of course, I think he's going to have to make another pit stop. But still a great showing from the Brazilian. Look at the speed he's got. Oh, he tried it. Look at the speed he's got over DJ Danny. Look at the speed. He's got over DJ Danny on the exit corners. This is incredible. So much speed. Like the performance from 2018 or realistic. You know, he's so quick compared to DJ Danny. And DJ Danny is going to try and go defensive. He wants his position. He's trying to defend the position, which is, you know, hats off to him. You know, he's not had much on-track action so far this season, so it's good that he's at least trying to defend that. Hats off to him. DRS then for Gustavo, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty straightforward move for the Brazilian. DJ Danny looks like he could well be braking quite late into this corner. Yes, he is. Late on the brakes. There goes the Sauber. Forcing Gustavo wide. That was good defending there from the Sauber. Aggressive but fair. And now Gustavo's running outside goes Eke, the reigning world champion. What a move! And Gustavo there, side by side. Gustavo and Eke. And Eke there gets the position, and now he tries to get past DJ Danny. But what is interesting is there was no collision there. Great racing. Great racing there. And Echo's up the inside of DJ Danny. DJ Danny's going to try and defend the position from Gustavo. But Danny's going to go defensive. Great defending again there from Danny. Oh, but Gustavo's just left him for chips there. Left him for chips all the way around the outside. But Danny's going to go for that dive bomb. What a dive bomb move. That was a good move there from DJ Danny. Found that gap. He found that gap. And he went for it. Great move there from DJ Danny. He's hungry. He's hungry for this position. He's hungry right now. Oh, here we go. Gustavo then. There is a very, very promising driver here. Oh, and there's contact. There's contact. DJ Danny then. Oh, and there's contact again. Whoa, DJ Danny's being very, very aggressive here. Very aggressive here in Hungary. Yeah, that was very aggressive. Right, fast boy then. Have to keep an eye on that because he's could potentially overtake Fusion. And looks like Callum Frampton could be getting involved in this little battle as well. Maybe Perondi looks to be hungry as well for some points. But Gustavo is going to have none of that. He got a slap in the face there from Danny. Right then, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. Fast Boy and Fusion. Battle is back on. But also what is back on is Gustavo versus Danny. Late breaking there for Gustavo, late breaking there for Danny. Both late breaking, great defending there again from DJ Danny. What a defensive display so far from the Sauber, and he goes defensive again. This is incredible. Oh, absolutely incredible racing here from DJ Danny. Great defensive display. You know, I don't think... Oh, and he forces Gustavo wide. This is so hard racing. Right, and Gustavo span it. Gustavo's in the wall. Pushing too hard, and Gustavo has binned it. Gustavo has binned it in that wall. And that is it. I think now that's it. He's out. He's out of contention. Plum last, basically. There you go. He's absolutely messed that up. But we've also missed the overtake. No, we haven't. No, we haven't, because Fusion was first anyway. There was some action going on. It looked like Junior Fast Boy for a moment was past Fusion, and Fusion got that overtake done or defending the position there. So it's still 1 Fusion, 2 Junior Fast Boy now on lap 20 of the Grand Prix. Callum Frampton takes over DJ Danny. DJ Danny's into the pit lane. So now what we're looking at is this battle between Junior Fast Boy and Tosix Fusion here. Oh, this race. Been mental. Absolutely mental scenes here. You know, we've had that big lap 1 incident, and we just had battles all over the place. We've had Eddie Perondi and Mercury and Matty. We've had DJ Danny taking his position from Gustavo crashing it. You know, it's not been a bad race. You know, you'd expect such a bad race around the Hungaroring due to the nature of this track, but no, it's going well. Gustavo there gets lapped, And it looks like, yeah, Junior Fastboy must have low downforce on his car, because he is flying down that straight with the DRS and slipstream compared to what Fusion was to him when he had the same. Look at the how much he's gaining at the moment. Interesting. Fast boy then. But what about the waiting game? Still, what about that waiting game here in Hungary? Bullseye then, looks like he's got the overtake done on Matty. Mercury P5, he's going to be well happy with that. He's going to try and catch to Eddie Pirandi, I think. Good Mercury. Get P4. I'm sure he'd be very happy with P5 at the moment. Got it, Junior Fastboy. Look at the speed he's getting over Fusion at the moment. Look at this. Here we go, down the straight, here we go. Oh, bit of contact there between the two drivers. Actually, he's looking back on here in Hungary. Okay then. Junior Fastboy back on the attack on Fusion. And still can't do it, you know. There's not much to really speak about this Grand Prix, you know. It's not. Oh, it looks like Merkel's had to pit, so he's not in P5 anymore. It's DJ Danny, I believe. And Bullseye's in the pit lane. DJ Danny, what a race from him. Gets out of trouble and he's going to potentially finish in P4 here. That is strong. Like, that is strong. Junior Fastboy looks like he's doing strong as well. He looks like he's quite close to Fusion at the minute. Looking pretty strong at the moment. Right then, down the straight. Is Junior Fastboy going to get the overtake done on Fusion anytime soon? He's going to go for the dive bomb move. No, can't do it. He's going to have slipstream. He's going to have slipstream. DRS as well, Fusion. Oh, the gap opens slightly there. Junior Fastboy's finding these gaps. Look at the ERS he's got. I do need to speak to Junior Fastboy actually about this ERS management, because it's looking insane at the minute. Looking so good compared to Fusion, you know, 14% on the battery. But look at how much he's. Look at everything on Junior Fastboy. It is. And he's running in higher modes than Fusion. this is impressive from Junior Fastboy. This is great EOS management right now. There's definitely something that Fusion is, or Fusion's weaknesses compared to Junior Fastboy. DRS then. Fusion's even not got fuel, and this is the opportunity now. Here we go, Ricardo S move up the inside goes Junior Fastboy, but Fusion's going to get the better exit. Here we go, DRS then for Fusion. Junior Fastboy there goes defensive, but it's going to compromise his line. And Junior Fastboy takes the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Great use of really ERS impatience right there, you know. 68% left on the battery, and then look how much it goes up. Look at this. What a display from Junior Fastboy right now. This is a potential champions drive right here. From the wrong head. We get them Fusion. And he needs to try and get some sort of overtake done. Slipstream. You just can't get to. You just can't seem to get the speed that Junior Fastboy did in the slipstream. Just can't do it. Yeah, definitely struggling in that aspect of the racing. Okay then, let's have a look. Matty then, he's on the back of Callum Frampton. And Mercury struggling to get through on Legend X's Ghost. Callum Frampton was running in P4 early in the Grand Prix. Now he's down in P9. That is a dismal display for the Toro Rosso. And now he's defending from STB Matty, who has not had the greatest of seasons, it must be said. You know, this race, you know, there can't be another track this season, I don't think, you know, looking at the tracks that we've got. But I'm just going to continue to speak about that in a moment. STB Matty rounding outside of Cam Frampton. Cam Frampton's going to force Matt wide. And I think Matt's going to do the same. Oh, but Matt tried it. Matt tried to force him wide, and he couldn't do it. Yeah, he couldn't do it. He bottled it. Yeah, as I was saying, Hungary, of course, has not really gave us a great Grand Prix. Belgium, Italy, great tracks coming up. Singapore is another track which I kind of think it may be quite boring. Russia could well be a decent race. Japan, that always offers great racing. And we've got America, Mexico, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi. 4 incredible circuits. So yeah, we've got a great selection of races, but I think the races that could well be like this could well be Singapore and Russia. don't think those two tracks are going to offer spectator views or spectator pleasure, but we'll find out in a few weeks if I'm correct. Bring through then the final corner, and Matt's now going to have to do with the DRS on Callum Frampton. He's going to go for these 2 points. Oh, it's going to be a Schumacher Barrichello 2010 kind of move there, forcing Matt to the wall was Callum there, and Matt's up into P9, so that's 2 points for the Ferrari, and Callum back in those points. So although he's not had the race that he wanted, he's got a point out of it at the minute. You know, of course he was running, you know, around the podium positions early in the Grand Prix, but he's getting a point out of this race, so can't argue with his predicted finishing positions. Eddie Pironi then. So we've got a little three-way battle going on. DJ Danny is going to defend this position hard. Fourth place is a big, big deal for DJ Danny at the moment. Like, this could be the performance of the season from him. Okay. This could be... Oh, and Eddie Pironi's been spun round nearly there from the Mercedes to bullseye. And that's going to help DJ Danny cement his position of P4 at the moment. Bullseye's looking strong as well, and Yazinho's getting involved as well. So this could well be a four-way battle. Even Mercury's not even that far behind. This could well be a four-way battle for P4. But Eddie Pironi then ran the outside of Danny, but DJ Danny's going to try and go up the inside. Can't do it. Not enough speed. Bullseye then. You know, of course, this is all 4 championship points at the moment for the constructors. And Bullseye's up the inside of Danny. Danny won and Danny span! Danny's out of the Grand Prix. He's out of it. He's crashed out. He's had a collision with Bullseye. And he's out and he's nearly hit Matty there. After running in P4 for the majority of this Hungarian Grand Prix, he sees himself now down in P10. Oh, so unlucky for DJ Danny. Those 12 points would have done him the world of good. The world of good. And Bullseye not really showing much facial awareness there to his rivals here in Hungary, and that is so unlucky. Really, really unlucky there for DJ Danny. He even gets speeding in the pit lane. Well, you can't always have a good result, but DJ, a dismal Hungarian Grand Prix. Now he sees himself down in P11, which is last place. So, yeah, that is so unlucky for him. Fusion then, I'm going to keep an eye on this battle, but I don't think, unless any of these two drivers make a mistake or benefit from the mistake, I don't think their positions are going to change in this Grand Prix. So first could well be a bit... Oh, and fast, boy. That's a big, big corner cut there, and that's gaining him a lot of time. Did you get a warning for that? No warning, I don't think. It would be good if I looked on the actual incidents, because that's when it comes up, but... Yeah, no warning. Ed Pirondi's got a warning for exceeding track limits. Same with Callum Frampton. So Pirondi needs to learn the limits of the track, it looks like. Got Belgium next. It shouldn't be so much of an issue. Blue flags then, but it's only the AI, I believe, of Valoria, I think it is. And now, yeah, it looks like Fusion now is dropping off from Junior Fast Boys. So, yeah. Not much to speak about, really. just the fact how it's just been a very dismal Grand Prix. All drivers really. Not many battles here in Hungary. We're not seeing many anyway. Oh, and Junior fast boy, that's a big tank stamp right that corner. That could have proved costly for his victory. There we go. So entering then the final 3 laps of this race. I think the driver's just going to have to try and just persevere and get to the end, I think. Lap 33 then of the Grand Prix. It's what about this man? Junior Fastboy. Well, that's going to be something that DJ Danny's going to take from this Grand Prix. Fastest lap on those ultra soft tyres. Now that is something to be proud of here at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Well done, DJ Danny. It's so unlucky for the Sauber driver because he was running in P4. Let's not forget that, okay? He's had an absolute dismal race. Well, a few races, right? He's had dismal races this season. He's been so unlucky. Either it's been with just internet issues when he's disconnected from the session. It's been races where he's just hasn't been able to finish. It's races where he's had a collision like this one and he's binned it or something, or he's lost some positions. DJ Danny could well be the unluckiest driver of season 13. Right, he's been there this season. He was up there in P4. Right, let's just not forget that he was up in P4. He was battling with Eddie Grande, Bullseye. Having that sort of battle, that is unlucky. That is really unlucky for the Sauber. But he's persevered. And looks like he's going to finish in that P11. I think he could well still be looking on for penalties, so that could be something he's in the back of his mind. Who's got penalties in his race? To try and salvage some points from this. But I'm not sure. And so DJ Danny, okay. Okay then. Final lap then of the Hungarian Grand Prix. And BOR Fastboy, Junior Fastboy, whoever you want to know him as, he is definitely showing himself to be a Fastboy here in Hungary. He's shown himself to be of incredible ERS management. I'm definitely going to have to ask him about that, because I believe we've seen that around France. I think it was. He has got great ERS management. Well, we've seen it on multiple occasions this season. The fact that he can just manage the ERS so efficiently and running such high ERS modes and still save it. He was in 70% and he was still running in overtake mode. Yeah, but he comes around then the final corner to end what has been a pretty dismal Hungarian Grand Prix. He finishes in P1. Second is... No, he doesn't. Fusion wins. Fusion wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Yeah, not much to say about that. Another victory for Fusion because of penalties. Showing himself again to just be an incredible, and Danny is doing a few donuts on the final corner. I think perhaps to celebrate that he was in P4 in this race, so that is something to take from this race. But yeah, he will finish in P11, 10th was SSR Costaro, but he's had a little collision with the AI. Eddie Pondy then comes around the final corner, and he's followed by Bullseye. Eddie Pondy 4th, Eddie Pondy 5th, Bullseye will be 4th due to penalties. Yazinho across the line in 6th, 7th will be Mercury, and 8th will be STB Matty, and he got into the wall there. So he's definitely had enough of the Hungarian Grand Prix, and coming around the final corner then, to finish in 9th will be Callum Frampton. But let's see what the podium has to offer here in Budapest. And we didn't know that Helmut Marduk was the engineer of this race. Your result then for the Hungarian Grand Prix: first, Toxic Fusion; second, BOR Fastboy; third, Eke; fourth, Bullseye; fifth, Eddie Pirani; sixth, Yazinho; seventh, Mercury; eighth was Matty; ninth was Callum Frampton; 10th was SSI Gustavo Mata; 11th was DJ Danny, and your retirements were Electronex, Born Buckley, and Faloru. That was your result for this season's Hungarian Grand Prix. Okay then, we are going to get the 3 podium finishers into the party to discuss what was a pretty dismal Hungarian Grand Prix. Okay then, we've got the 3 podium finishers. Fastboy, Eke and Fusion, not include your audio. Going to give you a quick interview to wrap things up here for this Hungarian Grand Prix. We're going to come to you first, Eke. A podium finish, a pretty boring Grand Prix. What's your thoughts about this evening's Grand Prix?
Well, I got spanned into turn 2 there, but I was probably lucky there that I didn't get any damage like everyone else there. So I just could continue from there. And after I pitted on the first lap on, or second lap on mediums, I got damaged because I hit the back of Gustavo. So yeah, it was just driving with broken front wing from there.
Oh yeah, it was a pretty dismal Grand Prix. Yeah, as you'd expect really around Hungaroring. Well done on your 3rd place. Fastboy. P2.
Is his mic on?
Is he
Yep.
Is he there?
I'm here.
Okay, Fastboy. P2 for you. What went wrong? You know, you was leading by 2 seconds at one point.
I think it was the pen I had, to be honest. Like, I've been really consistent the whole
Oh,
race,
yes.
and then decided to push a bit
It was
too much.
penalty.
And then,
Okay.
yeah.
What was very interesting is, again, I can't remember if it was France. I think it was France when you last had your decent result. It was a race around there. You shown again in this Grand Prix your incredible ERS management. You was on like 70% in most cases, and Fusion was on like 6%. What's the secret?
I actually always get asked this question because I'm quite good at saving. But I think Hungary is quite an easy track to save on, to be honest. Like because there's a lot of slow corners, a lot of corners where you don't really need ERS, and really it's just about saving throughout the race and just round the corners because there's not many straights
Yes,
around
yeah.
Hungary, so
Yes,
just
but
gotta
you was
save them.
yeah, but you was also in overtake, and you were still gaining that, Drew. That's what
Yeah,
really amazes me.
I think that the amount that I was gaining in the corners, sort of, I was on, quite a lot, and then I could use it on the straights, like use overtake, and then, save it around the corners. So I think, it was quite equal, and then I started to push a bit more, and then I started to drop with the ERS, but I think it's just about saving it throughout the corners. Also around the straights that you don't really need to run overtake, like the back straight before the final few corners, like I wasn't running overtake, I was running like medium just to save a bit more. So
Okay, well done on your second place. Unlucky to have lost the win there. Your race winner, Choice Fusion, once again,
No.
consistent as ever, Fusion.
Mhm.
And one step closer to your fourth STB title to be the most successful. You already are, but 4 titles is quite a lot. Looking on to Belgium, what's your thoughts?
I didn't hear your question. She just completely broke up.
Sorry. So you've been as consistent as ever
Mm.
um,
Yeah.
in this race. One step closer to your fourth championship. Belgium, what's your thoughts ahead of that race?
Yeah, Belgium's not really a track that I like, but then again, neither was Germany, so it's hard to say. I haven't really done much practice around there yet, but it was a fun race today.
Wow, he wasn't that exciting for the spectators, I'll tell you that much. But we'll find out next week what happens around Belgium. Okay then, that concludes your Hungarian Grand Prix for the STB Racing League Season 13 Championship. Thank you ever so much for watching here in Hungary. Not the best of Grand Prix, but I'm sure that Spa-Francorchamps will bring us an incredible action-packed race next week. Until then, we'll see you next week for round 13, the Belgian Grand Prix. We'll see you next week for the Belgian Grand Prix.
Fuck that up a bit, didn't you?